Adharim Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabham Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjanam Yamuna Tira Vanachari Radha Madhavam Radha Madhavam Hare Krishna. Thank you, Radhamohan Prabhu, for helping me in Jai Radha Madhava, singing Jai Radha Madhava. So I welcome everyone. Nice to see some new devotees, especially thanks to Ramana Mataji. So she's chanting Hare Krishna mantra on beads. She bought a set of Bhagavatam. And I was discussing with Madhav Kumar Prabhu, and nobody bought Bhagavatam this early after coming to temple. Very rapid progress. We are very happy with you. Thank you very much for being part of our family. Wonderful. So Hare Krishna. So I've been deliberating on this Srimad Bhagavatam. We were here and there, we were discussing one thing and then discussing another thing, because we don't have a regular Srimad Bhagavatam classes in temples. In some temples where they do, everyday Bhagavatam class, and then they take a verse every day and they do it. And then I took some advice from some senior devotees who actually relish Bhagavatam, very sincere students of Srimad Bhagavatam, and they've given me some advice. That you are only meeting once a month, so why don't you do a theme wise rather than a verse, because that will attract more people. So I checked with a couple of people, and then I deliberated exactly how should I take it forward. So that's why I am here. Actually, I could have asked someone else to do this. So then I came up with some thought as just a few days ago, that the best way forward probably for this year, 2020, would be a theme, complete theme, topic-wise. So then one verse came to my mind while I was thinking about it. That verse is 12 great Mahajanas, 12 great devotees of the Lord. There is one verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam where it describes 12 great devotees who know about the Lord. So then I thought maybe a good idea, just pick one devotee a month. We'll select one of those 12 devotees a month, and then we will just focus on that devotee. And the best way to become a devotee is to study devotee. And I was told many years ago, I went to Vrindavan, and I was sitting next to a great saint, Vrindavan saint, as resident. He was mentioning the best way to understand is actually study the life of a devotee. Of course, we have a great example in front of us, Srila Prabhupada. We can definitely study his life and we can learn something. So I felt, I felt so happy that, it's a good idea to do this way. Do you like the idea? So we don't follow a normal course like, just reading a verse or just doing like that. So we'll focus on one devotee. And of course, we may not be finished completely, but at least we can get some idea how they lived, what example they set, if we can learn any lessons from their life, that would be wonderful. So the verse actually here. Um, does anybody remember the verse 12 Mahajanas? I always ask, don't think that I'm testing you. Sometimes people think, why Gaura Nataraja Das? Does he want to show his scholarship? Why is he asking questions? Please don't think like that. I want to get it interactive. Yes, Ramon Prabhu, trying to get the phone now and see Google search. He's asking Google Guru. Google Guru. Anybody remembers?
It is in fifth canto. Yamaraj tells his.
Okay, you are partly wrong. It's not fifth canto. You're right in a way that Yamaraj speaks this verse. That's correct. That part. Anybody remembers those 12? Yes, Brahma, Lord Shiva, Kapila Dev, Yamaraj, Prahlad Maharaj, Bhishma. Yes, excellent. Excellent. Janaka, yeah, you are there. Yes. There are a few more left. Kapil is already mentioned. Huh? Manu, Swayambhu Manu. Shukadeva Goswami. No, Shukadeva Goswami, wonderful. And we got everything. One devotee left. No, it's mentioned. Yamaraj is also mentioned. Bali. Bhishma was mentioned. Thank you, Prabhu. Sorry. So these are 12 great devotees, but there are other great devotees also. Yeah, but in this particular verse, the names of these 12 ecstatic, wonderful devotees' names were mentioned. And so today, I'm choosing one devotee. Should we go in the order? Ideally. But I chose a different devotee today. Can anybody guess which devotees I chose? There is a relation, of course, the reason why I'm speaking today, because it is close to a particular date. That's why I chose a different devotee. You can guess now.
Bhishma.
Why I chose Bhishma?
Because next month Bhishma Ekadasi.
Next month. Okay, that's absolutely fine, because the 15th January is Makara Sankranti. That is the day when Bhishma Dev passed away from this world. So I decided maybe, let's pick this devotee and see if we can learn anything from him. So let's see. Eco. I don't know if that is the right picture, but which picture I get here. So I've asked Google Guru. Yeah, this is a very famous picture here. So don't see this one here. Just so you can see that Bhishma Dev standing on the chariot, and Krishna, with a wheel in hand, rushing towards Bhishma Dev to charge. We will also discuss that particular story today. But let me, before that, so let me get to the verse here, actually, if I can find the verse. That verse is gone somewhere, isn't it now? Okay, so this particular verse, as I mentioned, 12 devotees were given by Yamaraj himself. You know why Yamaraj mentions the names of 12 devotees? Does anybody know the further context of that verse?
People work under him. They think he is the ultimate controller. They ask, who are these Vishnu Dutas?
Mm.
Then he explains that I'm not the controller, and
Sure. So, yeah. Um, in the story of Ajamil, right? When Ajamil was on his deathbed, yes. So the servants of Yama, you know Yama, Lord Yama? You don't know Lord Yama. You know Lord Yama? Okay, better. I'll start from the basics, some of the basics. Lord Yama is Yamaraj, we call him. He is one of the great devotees of the Lord. He was given in charge to punish what do you say, miscreants. So after death, not while they are living, but after death, they are given a treatment in a planet called hell. Of course, there are many hells, but all these hells are called anyway hell. So he is in charge of that planet, and he makes sure everybody gets their cup of tea. Their cup of tea. Huh? Judgment.
It's like a superintendent of a judge.
Yeah. Okay. So his name is Yama. Okay. As a very great devotee. This is a service that is given to him by the Lord. So, and there are servants, work under him. And these servants, once upon a time, went to bring a person called Ajamil. However, when they went to bring him to the hell, he chanted the name of Lord Narayan. He got scared looking at these people, scary people. And out of fear, he called for his son. Apparently, he named his son Narayan. Narayan is one of the names of the Lord. So now, as soon as he chanted the holy name of the Lord Narayan, immediately the servants of Lord Vishnu came. He was lying on the deathbed. One side, the servants of Lord Yama to take him to hell. The other side, servants of Lord Vishnu to protect him, because he chanted Narayan. So there was a great discussion between them. He's lucky to hear the discussion. He's just hearing the discussion. Imagine. Wonderful. So there was big discussion. And in that discussion, the servants of Lord Vishnu defeated servants of Lord Yama. And they went back to their master, Lord Yama. And they reported, we thought you are the boss. There are other controllers as well. And then Lord Yama says, yes, I only work under the supervision of Lord Vishnu. And then he tells that the real truth, the real dharma, what is right, what is wrong, what to be done, what not to be done, who to worship, who not to worship, dharma, religious principles, Bhagavad Dharma, is known to these 12 people. And he says, I am among one of those 12. He also mentions Vayam, means one of me also. I also know the Dharma. And there is one more verse where Yudhishthir, Pandavas, the eldest of Pandavas was Yudhishthir. He mentions that there is one famous verse. Tarko apratishta. Tarko apratishta means, tarka means the argument. Yes, you put one argument, I put another argument. And it will, apratishta means there is no basis. It will go forever. Eternal debate. Tarko apratishta. Shrutayo vibhinna. And the scriptures speak differently at different places. They say different things at different places. So how do you know the truth? Because if you argue, by argument, you can understand the truth. There is, isn't it? You put one argument, I say that you are wrong, you say I am wrong. You put a counter argument, I put a counter argument, it goes forever. There is no basis. Tarko apratishta. Shrutayo vibhinna. The Vedas, the Vedic literature, they also speak differently. If you open different scripture, they speak differently because they were spoken according to time, place, and circumstances for different people. Different instructions, yes, different instructions for different people. So then how do you know what is truth? So says, so tarko apratishta. Shrutayo vibhinna na asau yasya rushir matam na vibhinnam. The opinion of one transcendentalist is different from another's. Otherwise, he is not called a transcendentalist. If his opinion is not different from other muni, other rishi, other sage, he is not called a sage. So sage's opinion is also different. So where is the truth? So he said, na asau yasya rushir matam na vibhinnam dharmasya tattvam nihitam vihayam mahajano yenagata sapanta. The truth, the real truth is hidden in the hearts of great saintly people. Mahajans, they are called in Sanskrit Maha. Maha means great, Jana means people. How does one become great? When one follows the Lord. When one obeys the order of Lord, he becomes a Mahajana. So the truth is hidden in the heart. It's a guhyam, means it's a secret in the heart of pure devotees of the Lord. They are called Mahajana. Sapanta. You have to follow if you want to. Panta means path. So if you want to understand what is real truth and what is the ultimate goal of our life, then we have to follow the footsteps or the path that is followed by great devotees of the Lord. Mahayano yenagata sapanta. So by the way, I'll just take a little reroute from here. So that's why I've chosen this topic, Mahajana. We can understand, we can learn something from their life. So I just follow news every day just to keep myself updated with what's going around. And every situation, every news I read, everything that I do also these days, that is hinting me something I just wanted to share with you. The other day, we went to a funeral director because my wife is a doctor and we manage a little practice, GP practice. And this is our part of our business, confirming deaths like that. So that's our business. So we have to go and confirm the death. So I was waiting outside the funeral office. My wife went in and of course he confirmed the death. So I was just thinking we saw this patient just a few days ago. So I was thinking, nothing comes with you. One day I'll be like that in the funeral office, in the backyard. Yeah. And they, here it's a terrible system here, your dead bodies are preserved, for so many days, in a box. And so in the Vedic tradition, ideally the dead body should be buried or what do you call them? Cremation as soon as possible. That is the system. So I was thinking that I'm not eternal. Yes. This will happen to me one day. I put it that way. Yes. This will happen to one day. I'm here, however long I'm here, I'm going to be here because mercy of the Krishna. And I don't know when that will happen to me. But that will definitely happen to me one day. Yes. Yeah? Profound. And this is the instruction that is Krishna is giving me, keep on giving me whenever I read. Like the other day, I was reading Iran news. Like, just imagine if you were in that flight. Yeah? You have to go and make them devotees, all Iranians. Yes? Just imagine. You know the news, everybody knows the news. This guy mistakenly, human error, he fired a missile at a civilian flight, Ukrainian flight, killing how many people? 160, 70 people on board. So death is round the corner. We think, we're going to, they were young people.
That is why some people, like say my mother, possibly why they do not really want to fly anymore because they're
I can tell you another story. I can tell you on another story.
hostages and things like
Horse is the
that.
best thing. Somebody gives me, might be the Prime Minister, said, use the horse. Environment friendly.
Because you never know when there might be some
Okay.
taking people hostage on the flight. Or
Yeah, yeah.
those different
But
things.
on that note, I can tell another story. That there was one person who was shopping in a marketplace, and he saw death personified there. And why are you here? He said, I want to take you. Your time is finished, so I want to take you to the hell. He ran away. This guy ran away and told his master. And, when I went to the market, this side, eastern side, this guy is following me. So the master said, why don't you do the shopping on the western side? We have another one. Yeah? So that's good. And this guy went to the shopping or market to the other side, and there are many people. So the story, this guy asked, why, I saw you there, but you came here. I knew that you are going to be here this is your destination. I knew that you will be escaping. That is only just a little test or whatever you call it. But I know that your final destination is in the western side, this side. So am I making sense to you that, if death is there, either way, if you're not flight, on the motorway?
It will come for you.
Yeah.
Time is
I was reading, another news yesterday. You must have seen this. There is a guy. He's a Cambridge graduate. His father is a neurosurgeon. What happened was in birthday party of his younger brother, they thought they would do a little trick. And this guy is very good at making this trick that he would swim under the water for a couple of lengths, like I don't know, like good number of lengths he would do, but he had it that trick or whatever. So they wanted to play that trick on that day. This was last July, and the news came only yesterday. So he's Cambridge graduate. His father is a neurosurgeon, and they have multi-million pounds of farmhouse and a good swimming pool. So yes, so after a little bit of drinks, they said that let's do this trick. Few people started competing. So this guy went under the water and just did couple of minutes of swimming under the water, and then he kept quiet. So then he started drowning. And he's been doing this trick for childhood. Under the water, going this end to that end. So they took him off, and they did basic life support. Basic life support. Took him to emergency, and later he was confirmed dead 16 hours after that incident. So what I'm trying to say that we can't really escape. Can we? It doesn't mean that we will behave foolishly, that we just go and stand in front of something and, like that. But yes, it will happen whatever the way. If you want to, avoid the flight, so it will happen on the bus. It will happen on the train. It will happen in the car, on the motorway. That is there. Yes, Prabhu. Sorry.
I was gonna I'm not fully remember the story, but there's a nice story in Bogota where this bird is perched on a hill, and Yamaraj flies by and starts smiling at the bird,
Yes, yes.
and the bird becomes very worried that Yamaraj is looking at me.
Uh,
So he's in a panic, and as he's going through his panic, Garud comes by,
mm,
and he says to Garud, "Let me get you back on your back and get to that topmost mountain."
mm,
And so the bird goes to the top of the mountain, and there it dies. I can't remember the full story. And then the question is asked to Yamaraj, that why were you smiling?
mm.
Yamaraj was thinking, how is this bird whose destiny is to die is on that? How is
Yeah.
it going to fly there? He's never
Destiny.
going to get there.
Destiny.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's nice. Thanks for sharing. It ties in with our story. Yeah. But the other point is that, say, what do we learn? Yes, that is there. We have to live in this world. And we're not going to be eternal. This will come one day. The best way is do devotion seriously while working. Because we can't avoid the work. Because we are there. We have to maintain our families. Isn't it? And people will, look at us, what kind of person, if I'm not doing my duty properly. So the best way is never postpone. Never postpone. Seriously. I know I'm not doing anything, but Krishna is hinting me wherever I go, in every aspect, in every situation, even at work also. So please, that even our children also, we should tell them that this is your first priority. Yes, you do that, no problem. Cambridge graduate. Imagine to get into Cambridge. How difficult is it? It's not easy. Sumedh was. Sorry?
And his father was a neurosurgeon.
Yeah, father is a neurosurgeon. Nobody can stop the death. Yeah, so to get into Cambridge is not easy. And you remember one day when there was incident on the London Bridge, one guy, stabbing people, and one of those guys were Cambridge graduate. So yes, I remember. These things I pick up and they stay in my mind forever. So we sometime aim also to high level, but anything can happen. So the main thing, the first thing is first. So do your devotion. We should also inform our children seriously. And for us also, we should also practice and inform. Because anything can happen at any time. Better be fixed. Better now than never. So simultaneously, two paths. You can't give up this, you can't give up that.
Also, your faith and devotion is a protection.
You want to say something, Ramon Prabhu?
Also, I think your prayers, your faith and your devotion is a protection because your life is spiritual. It has some meaning, and you will have spirit protectors. So if you are, the more that you activate your spiritual awareness, you can be guided not to be in the wrong place.
Exactly. You are spiritually guided. Wonderful point. Give her a round of applause. Wonderful point, isn't it? You're spiritually guided. You got that, extra. You know that there is someone who is looking after you. Okay, now after this D route, come back to the main route, Bhishmadev. Um, so Bhishmadev, let me give a little background. There are so many stories, so much we can speak. As these are theme based, we will go until off 9 every time. I will allocate different devotees for different topics, like, next month someone else will be speaking on some other devotees. So Bhishmadev, he was actually in the heavenly planets as Vasu. Vasu means a section of people who are kind of administrator or warrior class on the heavenly planet. So they were going once somewhere with their wife, and the eldest Vasu's name was Joe. So his wife, when she saw a Vashishta, another sage, who was carrying a cow, a wish-fulfilling cow. So his wife said, I want that. Imagine your wife says, I want this, I want that. So unfortunately or fortunately, the eldest of Vasu's, Joe, he tried to satisfy his wife. Just next time when you want to satisfy your wife this way, remember this story. Yes. So there are 8 people, and they try to trick Vashishta and forcibly take away the wish-fulfilled cow from him. Surabhi cow, wish-fulfilling. Whatever you say, it's very powerful, by the way. There are so many stories. It can fight with hundreds and thousands of people. Whatever you want, it could do.
I heard a beautiful story. I saw YouTube
On that.
Gayatri.
Yes. So then Vashishta cursed them. It's very powerful, saying that you don't have place. People like yourself are not supposed to live here, not fit to live on this heavenly planet. Better go to earthly planet, take birth there. They all begged and begged. So when they begged, Vashishta said that out of your 8 people, 7 of you will take birth and immediately return here. As soon as you take birth, you'll come here immediately. Whereas the eldest, whose name was Joe, is the main culprit. He has to stay long on the planet Earth. And that eldest Joe, who was he? That was Bhishmadev. But you may be wondering, Bhishmadev was pure devotee. He is one of the 12 Mahajanas. Yeah? How did he do that mistake? So here there are 2 teachings. That if you do something wrong, you will be punished. Yes? On the karma kanda level. This is one example it shows. But on the transcendental, on the devotional level, that it's the Lord's plan. It is the plan of the Lord that he should take birth there and participate in his pastimes. Yes? So that's the Lord's plan. Sometimes he uses his own devotees in different examples, like, he put Arjun in difficult situation. He put Arjun in dilemma so that he can teach us Bhagavad Gita. By teaching Arjun, he is teaching us. Yes. By teaching Parikshit Maharaj, he is teaching us. Okay, once. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Okay. So anyway, so he was taken birth. His name was actually Devrata. His name was not Bhishma. You know why Bhishma was given to him?
Like his father want to get married to a woman, and the father of that woman asked, like,
Yeah, that's fine. Let me come back a little bit. So Bhishma's mother, Devrata's mother was Ganga, Mother Ganga. Okay, I'm not telling that story now. So she left his father. Who was his father? Shantanu. The king name is Shantanu. So Mother Ganga left Shantanu and went back. So he wanted to get married to another woman called Satyavati. Satyavati is a fisherwoman. Yes, she was very beautiful. And you know what is the main significance of Satyavati? What attracted him? Yeah, your company will like this. When I was thinking about that, I was thinking about Rayan Lal Prabhu and Sarvagnya Krishna Prabhu. You should make this kind of perfume. 3-mile radius, the fragrance goes 3-mile radius. How many miles radius your fragrance goes, Prabhu? So, so he was attracted. Shantanu, king, was very much attracted. But the father of that girl said, I can only give my daughter in marriage only if my daughter's son becomes the king. But Bhishma is there already from Ganga. So Bhishma said, for father's sake. Usually for son's sake, people, for father's sake, he said that he took a vow. A great vow that he will never be inclined to sitting on the throne. But that guy said, fisherman said, if you are not claiming the throne, your son may claim the throne when you get married. He said that I won't get married forever. Not easy. He was in a surrounding so many women. He was like, in a kingly order. It's easy to live in Himalayas and practice celibacy and practice devotion on your own. But to live here in the city, to practice devotion, practice celibacy is even harder. Exactly, especially you are like being wealthy and so many servants. So much opulence around him. Yes. So then that is called Bhishma. Bhishma means a vow. So all demigods showered the flowers, saying, well done, well done, well done. So that's how, so he took that vow. And he also said that whoever is on the throne, I will protect them. Whoever is the ruler, I will protect them. So that's the vow he took. That's why he fought on the side of Kauravas. Because that time, Kauravas, they were in power. They were in power. Duryodhana was in power. And so that's why to protect the throne, to protect the ruler, he took the side of Kauravas. It is the opposite side. Which side Krishna was there? On the side of Pandavas. And Bhishma Dev was on the other side. So sometimes people ask, he is a great devotee. Is a great devotee, then why he took the side of opposite side? What is the main reason? 2 reasons. One reason I gave now. One reason is that his vow. But he can break his vow for the Lord's sake, isn't it? Sarva dharman parityarja mamekam sharanam praja. Give up all varieties of religion and surrender unto me. You can break any other vows to surrender to Krishna. And why didn't he do that? He's a great devotee. He can break that vow, So it's Lord's wish. He was in Shaul Rasa. Yes? Fighting with Lord. And also our Acharya says one important point there. Lord wants to demonstrate that even if his devotee like Bhishma Dev on the wrong side, he will never win the battle. even if you are close to me, Lord is Acharyas. This is in the purports of Srimad Bhagavatam. I will never manufacture. That's my principle. I will always take from the scriptures. That is the way we should give class. Just present what is there. Yes. So the Acharya says that he wanted to show the world that a devotee like Bhishma Dev, so dear to me, but if he takes on wrong side, he'll be punished. He won't become victorious. And there was another example also. Can anybody remember that something like this? Lord's own son got punished. Bhanasur. Bhaumasur is same? Bhanasur and Bhaumasur are same? Okay, Bhaumasur? Bhaumasur. Narkasur. Narkasur, you're right actually. Narkasur. So you want to say a little bit about? Yeah. Narakasur is the son of Mother Earth, isn't it? Mother Earth and Lord Varaha. So in one story after another story. Are you with me? Yes, you lost a little bit, I can see that. Yes? I'm just giving another example to demonstrate this principle. Narakasur is the son of Mother Earth and as well as Varahadev. But he was killed by Lord Krishna because he was not following the dharma, the righteousness. So same principle that whoever we may be, that if we are on the side of adharma, irreligion, we will not be victorious. So that is the principle you wanted to demonstrate. Okay. Then now, so we have given a little background about Bhishma Dev, and read a little bit more about Bhishma Dev. See what I had written here. Okay, so go to verse 22, I guess. So repeat after me. Tatapyekanta bhakteshu pashabhupanukampitam yanme sumsu tyajatah sakshat krishno darshanamagataha. Someone who has got the microphone, please read it out.
Yes, yet despite his being equally kind to everyone, he has graciously come before me while I was ending my life. While I am ending my life, for I am his unflinching servitor.
So this is Bhishma Dev. Bhishma Dev, on the battle, on the 10th day of the battle. And how long the battle took place? 18 days. On the 10th day, he fell down. While he was falling down, Arjun shot number of arrows. And he made a bed of arrows. So Bhishma was lying on those arrows, bed of arrows. And he's got this Ichha Mrityu. Yes, desire to, he can give up his life whenever he wants, at will. Yeah, you want some of that? Brilliant, isn't it? And people never want to give up their life. If they have that opportunity, they would never give up. Yeah. So Ichha Mrityu. But here Bhishma Dev is telling that when he was lying on the bed of arrows, Krishna, along with the Pandavas, they came to see him. Imagine when you are on your deathbed, Lord comes and devotees come to see you. Yeah, that is the perfection. That's the perfection of your life. where else this happened? Where else this kind of thing happened? We always tell, when we are telling that story, we will narrate this link. We are telling this, we will always, so you should know.
When Parikshit was leaving the body,
Who was there?
all the devotees.
Devotees were there, but Lord personally, yes. Lord personally, Haridas Thakur. Yes. Whenever you tell the story of Haridas Thakur, then you tell Bhishmadev also. Haridas Thakur was a great devotee, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went there when he was leaving the body, looking into the eyes, just like, bumblebee colors the nectar, enter into the flower and deeply, engrossed in collecting that nectar, absorbs in collecting that nectar. Similarly, just by looking at Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, sucking the nectar, Haridas Thakur left his body in the presence of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Here, although Bhishmadev fought on the other side, but now Lord Krishna, along with Pandavas, came to see him. And another example in Ramayana. No. Jatayu. You want to say? So when Jatayu was a great bird, another great devotee of the Lord. He gave his life in the Lord's service. So, and the famous quote, he fought against Ravan, but he got killed. He was not victorious, but he got defeated by Ravan. Externally, materially, he got defeated. But on the spiritually, he was victorious. Why he was victorious? Lord came and performed the final rites of him. Man sees the result, God sees the effort. In your companies, people in corporate world, you say, I tried so much hard overnight, I was working, but if there is no result, your boss may not like it. Yeah? But, here, endeavor was put forward by Jatayu. So he was not victorious, but in the eyes of the Lord, he won the battle. So Lord Ram finally went and he performed the funeral rites of Jatayu. So there are other devotees, great devotees also. Just like there were so many numbers, we don't have time to read everyone's name, but so many other great devotees to see him off. You name it, Vyasdev was there, Dhaumya was there, Narad was there, Parshuram was there, Vashishta was there, so many other great people, great devotees. They don't have WhatsApp in those days to set up a group and send a message that Bhishma Dev is passing away, can you come and attend? They don't have fax machine, they don't have email. But they were there. They were there. So I was thinking that, what a celebration. Yeah, that is also happened in the case of Parikshit, isn't it? Parikshit was also same. I don't know what is the communication. They have a different way of communicating, subtle way of communicating. Yes, they were all there. Shukadeva Goswami was there, along with his father Vyasdev. How do you feel? You feel so happy, isn't it? It's a festival. When you are giving up your body, if devotees comes to see you, what a wonderful thing. On top of devotees, you got Krishna in front of you. So we should maintain some good relationship with devotees. Yeah. Devotees, even if we don't maintain good relationship, devotee forgives. Say, for example, a devotee commits a mistake and the other devotee forgives. Forgiving is great character of a devotee. Yet, because other devotee anyway forgives me, I just act the way I wanted. That's not right. But if there is an accidental mistake, other devotees will forgive, and devotees should forgive. But we should not unnecessarily make mistakes. And maintain some good relationship. That is our wealth. This bondage is our wealth. This association is our wealth. So wonderful. Yeah. Right. I don't know how much time we have, but yes, so I'll see. Here, there is one verse. The verse says, although Krishna is equally disposed to everyone, he is graciously come before me while I am ending my life. You know why he came? He says, for I am his unflinching servitor. Do you think he's boasting himself? No. He's just telling that, you become unflinching servitor. If you become unflinching servitor, you will get the same result. He is also telling Yudhishthir, eldest of the Pandavas. Yudhishthir doesn't want to sit on a throne after the war and rule the kingdom. But he is also telling Yudhishthir, you obey Krishna. Because Krishna wants you to be king. Yes? Yes? Yes. So you do this. You become unflinching servitor, it will happen to you as well. Samoham sarva bhuteshu name dveshosti na priya ye bhajantu te mam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. I'm equal to everyone. Yet I show special mercy to my own devotees. Just like, I have children. I like all children. But I give special care to my own children. Yes, I don't hate other children, but I like my children very much. Similarly, Krishna, if we become a devotee of Krishna, we become his own dear children. He's equally disposed. Okay, let's make some progress. Making sense so far, or is you getting bored? Huh? Shall I stop here? Okay. Okay, so if we have that microphone, just start reading, then we can make some progress. We have only 30 minutes, and we have to make some good progress. Yeah.
The personality of Godhead, who appeared in the mind of the devotees by attentive devotion and meditation, and by chanting of the holy name, releases the devotee from the bondage of fruitive activities at the time of his quitting the material body.
Okay, so this is another just chant the holy name, you will do something. Okay, next, another person, this is important for us. Carry on.
May my Lord, who is four-handed and whose beautifully decorated face, with eyes as red as the rising sun, is smiling, kindly await me at that moment when I quit this material body. So this is Bhishmadev saying that Bhishmadev very well knows that is non-different from Narayan. So that's what in the purport Prabhupada explains that. So he knows very well. Here Bhishmadev says, as long as I do not quit this body, this means that great general would quit the body by his own will. He was not being forced by the laws of nature. He was so powerful that he could
stay in his body as long as he desired. He got this benediction from his father. He desired that the Lord stay before him in his 400 Narayana features so that he might concentrate upon him and thus be in trance in that meditation. Then his mind might be sanctified with thinking of the Lord. This is a point that we have to just make a note, that how can you sanctify your mind? By thinking of God. Yes. Thus, he did not mind wherever he might go. A pure devotee is never very anxious to go back to the kingdom of God. He entirely depends on the goodwill of the Lord. He is equally satisfied even if the Lord desires him to go to hell. The only desire that a pure devotee entertains is that he may always be in rapt attention with thinking of lotus feet of the Lord, regardless. Bhishma Dev wanted this much only, that this mind be absorbed in thinking of the Lord and that he pass away thus. That is the highest ambition of a pure devotee.
Do we know how Vishwadev got that benediction?
Which benediction?
That he ends his life at the will?
He mentioned here, no, his father gave.
Just he gave, or he did?
That's it. No. His father gave after that, because he sacrificed, his own life to his father, isn't it? He said that he's not going to get married and he's not going to be the successor of the throne. So his father said, "You've sacrificed so much and I'm giving this benediction that you can leave your body at your will." Shanta, it's clear, purport is there, no? Yeah. I thought it was Mama as well, but no, purport. Yeah. Mahabharata is there, you can read. And Suta Goswami said, Maharaj Yudhishthira, after hearing Bhishma Deva speak in that appealing tone, asked him in the presence of all great rishis about the essential principles of various religious duties. So he was on his deathbed and he was surrounded by Krishna, Pandavas, and other various great devotees. And he opened his mind. He was thinking that he was very great, that everybody is there, Krishna is there, so that he can be absorbed looking at Krishna. But now Yudhishthir, who is going to be the king, now he is inquiring about dharma, religion, what is duty, what is not duty. While lying on the deathbed, he is speaking. So this is an important principle. Bhagavad Gita, before instructing to Arjun, he instructed it to Sun God. Why Sun God? Sun God was also a Kshatriya, king. So if you want to rule the kingdom properly, you should have proper knowledge. If you don't have proper knowledge, you should at least inquire. So here, Yudhishthir, who is going to be the king, is inquiring all various things from Bhishma. So this is also very important. A leader, a manager should know, should understand the scriptures reasonably well enough so that he can administrate nicely. That's the principle. And you may ask, why Krishna? When Krishna is there, Bhishma Dev was speaking about the religion and dharma and moral codes. Lord wants to give credit to Bhishma Dev. Lord wants to give credit to Bhishma Dev. He is asking Bhishma Dev to speak. He can do that. Moral codes and everything can be guided by Krishna. But Krishna, rather, he wanted to glorify his own devotees. This I've seen in many instances. We can tell so many stories. Somehow or other, Krishna wants to glorify his devotees. He wants to give credit to his devotees. Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, Nimitta matram bhavasavyasāchi. So he said, when he showed the universal form, Arjun could see all the warriors are rushing into his mouth. So actually I have killed them all. I am killing. But you become mere instrument in my hand. You take the credit. You take the credit. You become instrument of mine and you take the credit. I'll do the job for you. Lord does this. Lord, some or other, he wants to glorify his devotees. There are several stories, but time doesn't permit. Here he is glorifying Bhishma Dev. So, next few verses are same, about the same topic. He was speaking various things. Bhishma Dev was instructing Yudhishthir a few things. Yes, while Bhishma Dev was describing occupational duties, the sun's course ran into the northern hemisphere. This period is desired by mystics who die at their will. So sun from 15th Jan, this is according to the solar calendar, so it starts to travel in the northern hemisphere. That's why that is called Sankranti. In the Vedic tradition, it is called Makara Sankranti. And from that day onwards, we see the days are becoming longer day by day. Right? So that is when, mystics, if they want to leave their body, they would leave. So Bhishma Dev noticed that, sun just entered into the northern hemisphere. I'll read this little purport here. Who has got the microphone? You can read purport, yeah, please.
The perfect yogis or mystics can leave the material bodies at their own sweet will at a suitable time and go to a suitable planet desired by them. In the Bhagavad Gita 8.24 it is said that self-realized souls who have exactly identified themselves with the interest of the Supreme Lord can generally leave the material body during the time of the fire god's effulgence and when the sun is in the northern horizon and thus achieve the transcendental sky. In the Vedas, these times are considered auspicious for quitting the body and they are taken advantage of by the expert mystics who have perfected the system. Perfection of yoga means attainment of such super mental states as to be able to leave the material body as desired. Yogis can also reach any planet within no time without a material vehicle. The yogis can reach the highest planetary systems with a very short time, and this is impossible for the materialist. Even attempting to reach the highest planet will take millions of years at a speed of millions of miles per hour. This is different science, and Bhishma Dev knew well how to utilize it. He was just waiting for the suitable moment to quit his material body, and the golden opportunity arrived when he was instructing his noble grandsons, the Pandavas. He thus prepared himself to quit his body before the exalted Lord Sri Krishna, the pious Pandavas, and the great sages.
That's a wonderful point there. He was just waiting for the suitable moment to quit his material body, and the golden opportunity arrived when he was instructed his noble grandsons, the Pandavas. He thus prepared himself to quit his body before the exalted Lord Sri Krishna, the pious Pandavas, and the great sages headed by Bhagavan, Vyasa, etc. So, thank you, Prabhu. Let's see what we got. Yes, someone else? Ben Prabhu?
Thereupon, that man who spoke on different subjects with thousands of meanings, and who fought on thousands of battlefields, and protected thousands of men, stopped speaking and, being completely freed from all bondage, withdrew his mind from everything else and fixed his wide open eyes upon the original personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, who stood before him, four-handed, dressed in yellow garments that glittered and shined.
So there is a lot of discussion here, but we don't have time. Yes, Radhamohan Prabhu, next one.
By pure meditation, looking at Lord Sri Krishna, he at once was freed from all material inauspiciousness and was relieved of all bodily pains caused by the arrow wounds. Thus all the external activities of his senses at once stopped, and he prayed transcendently to the controller of all living beings while quitting his material body.
Thank you. Rajakumar Prabhu.
Bhishmadev said, "Let me now invest my thinking, feeling and willing, which for so long engaged in different subjects and occupational duties, in all-powerful Lord Sri Krishna. He is always self-satisfied, but sometimes being the leader of the devotee, he enjoys transcendental pleasures by descending to the material world, although from him only the material world is created."
Ramana Mataji, you want to do?
Sri Krishna is the intimate friend of Arjuna. He has appeared on this earth in his transcendental body, which resembles the bluish color of the tamala tree. His body attracts everyone in the three planetary systems, upper, middle, and lower. May his glittering yellow dress and his lotus face, covered with paintings of sandalwood pulp, be the object of my attraction, and may I not desire fruitive results.
Thank you. Next, please.
On the battlefield, where Sri Krishna attended Arjuna out of friendship, the flowing hair of Lord Krishna turned ashen due to the dust raised by the hoofs of the horses, and because of his labour, beads of sweat wetted his face. All these decorations, intensified by the wounds dealt by my sharp arrows, were enjoyed by him. Let my mind thus go unto Sri Krishna.
So Bhishmadev, especially remembering this particular form of Krishna, he was fighting in the battlefield. So with wounds, he is appearing more beautiful. Our acharyas explain very interesting way. So you may be thinking that how come Lord is enjoying the wounds caused by Bhishmadev's arrows. So I'll give a very simple example. Sometimes I ask my dear Bhakti Devi, bite me on my cheek. She bites me, but I enjoy it. And actually Acharya describes slightly differently. So lover and beloved. So when they bite each other, so they don't feel pain. So Lord is experiencing enormous joy. When Bhishmadev was shooting arrows and making some wounds. If you have time, we'll read this, but no, I've quoted here anyway. Srila Chakravarti Thakur. Yes, someone else, please.
In obedience to command of his friend, Lord Sri Krishna entered the arena of the battlefield of Kurukshetra between the soldiers of Arjuna and Duryodhana. And while there he shortened the life spans of opposite party by his merciful glance, This was done simply by his looking at enemy. Let my mind be fixed upon that Krishna.
So these are the various prayers that Bhishma Dev is offering. I'll read. When Arjun was seemingly polluted by ignorance, upon observing the soldiers and commanders before him on the battlefield, the Lord eradicated his ignorance by delivering transcendental knowledge. May his lotus feet always remain the object of my attraction. Yes, someone else?
Fulfilling my vows and sacrificing his own promise, he got down from the chariot, took up the wheel, and ran towards me hurriedly, just as a lion goes to kill an elephant. He even dropped his outer garment on the way.
Yeah. Does anybody remember which verse it links to in the Bhagavad Gita? Ramon Prabhu, I think you should know this verse. It links pastime, where this pastime is narrated. So Bhishma Dev is telling that fulfilling my vow and sacrificing own promise, he got down from the chariot, took up the wheel, the picture that we had seen, this one, is not supposed to, he made a promise saying that he's not going to take any weapon. So here Bhishma Dev is saying that to fulfill my vow, he sacrificed his own vow. He got down from chariot, took up its wheel, and ran towards me hurriedly, just as a lion goes to kill an elephant. Yes, that's the word. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashva shanti nigacchati kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktya pranashyati. 9:30, where Krishna is saying that, O Arjun, declare it boldly that my devotee will never perishes. He is not declaring. He is not declaring. Of course, he declares at the end, Sarva Dharman Parityarja, you give up everything. But he is asking Arjun to declare it boldly that Krishna's devotee will never perishes. Krishna can break his own promise, but Krishna will not break the promise of his own devotee. Here you see, he broke his own promise, but he fulfilled the promise of Bhishma Dev. Let's narrate a little story here. What is the promise? So Bhishma Dev on the side of Kauravas. So one day, the leader of Kauravas, Duryodhan, approached Bhishma Dev, saying, come on, you are taking side of Pandavas. You are not killing them. They are nothing in front of you. You are such a great warrior. So, this is not fair. This is not fair. So, Bhishma Dev became so angry and he took 5 arrows, gave it to Duryodhan. Tomorrow morning, you bring these arrows to the battlefield. I will kill these 5 Pandavas with these 5 arrows. End of story. So, Duryodhan was so happy. He took those 5 arrows, went to his place, tent, and in the evening, what happened? Arjun came to see him. Arjun somehow or other tricked, and he got those 5 arrows. He took those 5 arrows from Duryodhan. You with me? Yes. So Krishna knows that these, how did Arjun come to know? Are you following this case? Bhishma Dev, the devotee who is the subject matter today, so he said that he would kill these 5 Pandavas with 5 arrows. He told the leader. And he gave 5 arrows to the leader. And the leader took those 5 arrows. But Arjun came and took them away.
Krishna told Arjuna that
Yeah, yes, exactly. Exactly. Yes.
It's amazing, isn't it? Because once Vishnu Deva has given his vow that he's going to kill them.
Yes. He has given his vow.
And Krishna's thinking, no, I've got to make sure his vow is kept. So the only way to destroy that vow is to get the arrows back.
So yes. So Bhishma took a vow that he would kill them all, kill all 5 Pandavas next day. But now the arrows were gone. So Bhishma became furious that, he made me break my own vow now. I will make him to break his vow. And his vow is not to take any weapon. So he fought so violently that day. Arjun was shaking like anything. So in the middle of that battle, so Krishna got down from the chariot. Shri Radha Gokulananda Bhagavan ki jai. Panchatta Bhagavan ki jai. Got down from the chariot, took that broken wheel of chariot and rushed towards Bhishma Deva. And Bhishma Deva stood just happily. Lord, it's nice way to be, killed by yourself. He is ready to accept that. But the point here is that, he is breaking his own vow to to keep the vow of his devotees. So it's a nice story. If anybody wants to read, I can see that you look a little bit tired after this. May he, Lord Krishna, Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who awards salvation, be my ultimate destination on the battlefield. He charged me, as if angry because of the wounds dealt by my sharp arrows. His shield was scattered and his body was smeared with blood due to the wounds. So I'll read from here and then end, probably chapter 9.
Just to be a little controversial, it's a supreme personality of God is bleeding.
Yeah. It's full of contradiction, Prabhu. Like, you want to say something? You're looking.
Nobody can hurt Lord. It's impossible to hurt him. But because Lord and Vishnu, they were Shauryaras, surely, surely the blood has to be there, otherwise there is no surely. So you can't hurt the Lord, but they wanted to enter surely. Like in Madhuryaras and Gopis, they don't see Krishna's blood. If they see Krishna's blood, they'll faint. But here, Krishna shows that blood because when you're fighting, the blood has to be there. The arrows has to be there. The Bhimati says that it's flowers.
That's what.
I
mentioned about biting, like that's how you feel when you love that.
He said that if the Lord blood hits the ground, I think it's Balaram, that if his blood is touched the ground, then the earth will be.
Yeah, but he can, if it is a rasa, if it is the pastime, he can do anything, Prabhu. He will reverse that, that's not a problem. So anyway, thinking this way, looking at a beautiful face of Krishna, Bhishma Dev left his body and he went back to Godhead, Golok Vrindavan. And he also mentioned that whoever had seen the form of Krishna on the battlefield, all the soldiers went back to Godhead. That is also mentioned here. So anything did we learn today? Or is it too much? We confused and we forgotten? Or anything that we learned today? Benam Prabhu, 1 point each person. Start with Sarvajna. Or someone else. Yeah. Just say some reflections on today's this class.
Vishwadev was trying to show that no matter how great you are, if you're on the wrong side of against Krishna, you will be defeated no matter what.
Okay, that's wonderful point. Anything else?
Like, yeah, we all know that his vows are very, very strong vow. Bhishma Pratigya. Today I learned that even that it was actually very difficult for him to keep that vow because he was asked that he was a young, powerful, handsome, and maybe there are thousands of girls wanted to get married to him,
Mm.
but he kept his honesty brahmachari.
Mm.
He kept steadfast. So that was his greatness.
Determination,
Determination.
sticking to his vow. Great determination. Wonderful point. Anything else?
Like in the world, currently people want role models.
Mm.
So we should choose role models as devotees.
True.
Then we can emulate them.
Yeah, you actually touched the root cause. Give him a round of applause for that. Yes, everybody wants a leader. Prabhupada always says this. Many times he said that. Prabhupada said, he was a leader also when he was in the college days. So everybody is looking for some role model, but unfortunately they are going in the picking a wrong role model. Our role models are like, cinema heroes or whatever, like pop singers or whoever. But yes, everybody need a leader. They don't have education, and that's where our business comes into picture. We have to educate them. People don't know what they are doing. While drinking poison, they are thinking nectar. Yes, and of course, politicians never want to educate people. Never want to educate people, so that they can exploit. So yes, so education is required. Society needs education. And that's why ISKCON's one of the principles is to give this education to the society. 7 purposes. Yes. And some more lessons? Yes?
One of the really, really great things that shows that Krishna's love for his devotees.
Wonderful. Bhakta Vatsal. This is called in Sanskrit, Bhakta Vatsal. So that gives some encouragement for us, isn't it? So Krishna is there for us, definitely. So he's going to make sure, we are safe, will be saved. Krishna, Kaunteya Pratijanahi Name Bhaktya Pranashyati. My devotee will never perish. And he's there personally. And Krishna, another point, he wants to glorify his own devotees. That's why he asked Bhishma Dev to speak the moral codes. And in South India, Vishnu Sahasranama, 1,000 names of Vishnu are sung on a regular basis. Every village, every town, every house, old people, they know this. 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu. They do every day in the morning and evening. And that is composed by Lord Bhishma. Bhishma spoke the 1,000 names. Huh? No, in this only. During this discussion, while on the bed, he spoke quite a bit, and part of that is Vishnu Sahasranama. Part of that. Any other things? Romana Mataji.
Yeah, I was going to say what has just been said, but it really did click into place when you give an example of the Lord loves us all equally, but devotees are
Special. Yeah, that is there, definitely. Thank you. So then, for us, we can learn that we can become a devotee and we can get that love. We can have access to that love by becoming a devotee. Yes? Everybody's got option. They are choosing not to have access to that love. So that's a wonderful point. Thank you. Any other points? Ben Prabhu, Ranlal Prabhu?
Sometimes people think that worshiping God is boring. But actually the Lord is displaying in these pastimes how dedicated he is to accommodate.
Bhakta Vatsal. Excellent. Ben Prabhu, anything?
I guess just like indirectly just learn to comprehend the materially incomprehensible.
Wonderful. Yes, true. And Father?
I would say that devotion to Lord never goes to waste. See,
Hmm.
because really pure devotee and Mahajan Vishnudev, and when he was leaving body, Lord came himself. He was present himself, as he said.
Hmm.
So he was present himself when he was leaving his body. So what can anybody else want? See, when Lord appear in front of you when you are leaving the body.
Good, good.
That's a pure devotion.
Wonderful. Prerani Mataji, you want to say anything? All done. Wonderful. Anybody has any comments or anything? You have question. I'm not sure if I can answer you, but you can have your question.
Just we go to the purport of the shloka that says, I saw that Krishna,
Hmm.
said he is a four-handed form.
For 400 form?
I had the same question.
Go to the purport.
Read it, Prabhu, then easy becomes easy. Can we read it?
So yeah, I'll read it. Go to the purport.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's first read. A Vaishnava is always humble in his behavior, although it was 100% certain that Vishnudev was approaching Vaikuntha Dham just after leaving his material body.
Hmm.
Still, as a humble Vaishnava,
Hmm.
he desired to see the beautiful face of the Lord. For, after quitting the present body, he might not be in position to see the Lord anymore.
Hmm.
So, his Ishtadev was Narayan. So, he meditated on 400 form of Narayan. But then, Prabhupada is saying that, because once he goes to Vaikuntha, it is difficult to see Krishna.
Hmm.
So, that's why my question is that, in the Vaikuntha, even for the Vaikuntha Vasi, is it that difficult to see Krishna?
Okay.
Like in Vaikuntha Dham, the way the relationship is different. Like he's treated as God, and all are servants. But in Golok Vrindavan, the rasa is different. So Krishna comes and mixes up with everyone.
Well, I get that.
Yeah.
My question is that,
Yeah, and
you'll be able to see Narayan, all the time in Vaikuntha. No doubt about it. You can see Narayan all the time. But this is Prabhupada says, still as humble Vaishnava, he desired to see the beautiful face of the Lord. For after quitting the present body, he might not be in position to see the Lord anymore.
so my take on this is slightly different. Although it was 100% certain that I think I see it slightly differently. He's certain that he's going to go back to Vaikuntha, but a devotee may or may not, always go to Vaikuntha, because wherever Lord wants to go, the devotee will go. But because he is here and the Lord is there, it's better to take that opportunity to see him, because we don't know where we are going to go. That's how I am seeing it. Like, yeah. Yes. That's the point. Yes. Yes, you're not taking it granted. Rather, you are using every single opportunity. Exactly. So, yeah, that's a wonderful point. Say, for example, we take things granted. Whether it's consciousness or with temple, whether it's prasad, everything we take granted. But he is especially on that level. Yes.
He's very alert to
Relish. Thank you.
this class is exceptional.
Yeah.
If you weigh up what we're getting, but still,
So you all like the idea of this way of doing. So next month, hopefully we will see. I'm thinking of Brahma, Lord Brahma. So we'll allocate one devotee for that Lord Brahma. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. I thoroughly enjoyed it anyway. So while reading, I've enjoyed it. But anyway, while reading last night, I can tell you one feeling. Only when I read, I'm knowing that how much I'm missing by not reading it. You only know how much you are missing when you read it. Otherwise, you don't know. You think that you're not missing anything. But when you read it, sit down a couple of hours and read, and hear to senior Vaishnavas, then you know actually how much you're missing every day. So. No. Me? No. We all are, whatever we have, but thoroughly enjoy. So thank you very much. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kupasindebhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Bhishmadev ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande. All glories to assembled devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai.